What is going on, everybody? This is Michael from MTG Anarchy, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to your discussion on the commons and uncommons of the color green from the set Theros Beyond Death. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this episode. Honestly, this is going to be my opinion on the cards that I've received when it comes to the color green from the new set of Theros Beyond Death. Honestly, these are all just going to be the commons and commons like I stated earlier. So if you like these types of videos, go ahead and give it a like. If you like the content that I'm putting out, go ahead and leave a subscribe. And honestly, share the video if you feel like it's there for you. But with that said, honestly, let's just go ahead and get this started. Honestly, I did this for the other colors. We're doing it for green. How I felt about the green cards in the set, not bad. I think Wizards had gone ahead and spent a lot of time with them. So honestly, it is what it is. But this is just how I feel about the set. But that's it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First card that I've received, we have Chainweb Arachneer. It's a 1-drop spider. It has reach. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying and opponent controls. It has escape for 5. 3 colorless, 2 green, exile 4 other cards from your graveyard, and it escapes with 3+1/+1 counters on it. It's a 1/2 that can become a 4/5. Not a bad card. I think this will see a little bit of play here and there. Honestly, with the escape mechanic, it's going to see a bit of play. But that's my opinion on it. Next up, we have Destiny Spinner. It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green, enchantment creature human. Creatures enchantment spells you control can't be countered. For 4, 3 colorless in the green, target land you control becomes an XX elemental creature with trample and haste until end of turn, where X is the number of enchantments you control. It's still a land. It's a 2/3. Not a bad card. I think this will see a bit of play in green. Honestly, yeah, this is going to see a bit of play in green. That's my opinion. Especially where enchantments and creatures you control can't be countered. Yeah, not bad. I will expect that to see play in a lot of formats. Next up, we have Gift of Strength. It's a 2-drop instant, 1 colorless, 1 green, and target creature gets 3/3 and gains reach until end of turn. Not a bad card. We will see a bit of play with this because it's a reprint. I like it, but it's a reprint, so this will see play. Next up, we have Hyrax Tower Scout. It's a human scout. It's a 3/3, and when it enters the battlefield, untap target creature. Not bad, especially if you want some blockers or defenders or anything like that on your side. Will see play? I don't think so, but maybe it might. Next up, we have Elysian Caryatid. Elysian Caryatid. It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green. It's a plant. It's a 1/1, and if you tap it, you add 1 mana of any color. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, add 2 mana of any one color. This is going to see a bit of play. It's kind of like your Elvish Mystic, except a little bit better for creatures for greater. Honestly, I like it. I think that will see a good amount of play, especially in green, mono green devotion decks. Next up, Inspire Awe. It's a 4-drop, 3 colorless, 1 green instant. You prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, except combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creatures and enchantment creatures. And you describe to them. I don't think that's going to see a lot of play. I think it might see a little bit, but not much because of the whole set. Yeah, I don't think I could see anything with that. Next up, though, we have Klothys' Design. It's a 6-drop, 5 colorless, 1 green. It's a sorcery, and creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is your devotion to green. It'll see play in mono green devotion. This will potentially see play. It's like a Create a Hoof Behemoth, but I mean, it'll see play. It should see play. If it doesn't, then I will be surprised. Especially for Commander, I will be surprised if that doesn't see play. Some Chimera. It's a 3-drop, 2 colorless, 1 green. It's a Chimera. You can go ahead and have this escape for 5, 4 colorless and a green, with 3 other cards from your graveyard, and it escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. It's a 4/1. It's not bad. It's not bad, I think, for Devotion. It'll see a bit of play. Honestly, though, if you wanted to go ahead and put this in a deck, maybe 1s or 2s up, but I don't see a play set on them. Next up, though, we have Moss Viper. 1 drop, which is a green. It's a snake. It's a 1/1 Death Toucher. Do not underestimate these types of guys. I like them. I feel like these will actually go ahead and do well. But, yeah, do not underestimate them. Especially in draft. They will play. All right. Next up, we have Mystic Repeal. It's a 1-drop instant where you put target enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library. It's used for the set. I think this is specific for the set. It's going to be played limited. It's not going to be played in anything but draft or limited. I think constructed maybe, but yeah, I don't have high hopes for this card. This one's actually one of my favorites. I think this is my type pick of the green commons and commons. Nessian Horn Beetle. It's a 1-drop or 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green insect. It's a 2/2, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Nessian Horn Beetle. This will get out of control fast. This will legitimately get out of control fast. Honestly, this will see play. This will definitely see play. And it has to be another creature that does it. That has to have 4 or greater. But you can have a couple of those in a deck. I will see that has play. Also, Hydra's Growth is in the set. It's pretty much a counter doubler on a creature. Don't underestimate it. I think that will be my top pick. I don't have a copy of that. I'm sorry. But Hydra's Growth is my top pick, I believe. For what I have, though, Nessian Horn Beetle. We're going to go with that. Next up, Nessian Wanderer. It's a 2-drop Satyr Scout. It's a 1/3, and whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them and put that card into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's not bad, especially Enchantress, but I mean, I would rather see the lands have gone on the battlefield than on hand. But it's fair for 2. That's more fair for 2. If it was 3 and it did that, yeah, I couldn't see that having play. Next up, Nexus Wardens. It's a 3-drop, 2 colorless, 1 green. It's a Satyr Archer. It's a 1/4. It has reach and constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you get 2 life. Enchantress decks. Enchantress decks for sure. We'll see this. Honestly, Enchantress life gain. I could see that being played. Anywhere else, maybe not so much, though. I don't think it's going to see a lot of play in the standard format, but if it does, cool. If not, then it is what it is. Next up, we have Nylea's Huntmaster. It's a 4-drop, 3 colorless, 1 green. It is a center shaman. It's a 4/3, and when this enters the battlefield, target creature you control gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is your devotion to green. Not bad for 4. I mean, it's going to pump a creature. Hopefully that creature has unblockable. But we'll see a lot of standard play. I don't think so. I honestly don't think it will. Next up, though, we have Nylea's Forerunner. It's a 5-drop, 4 colorless, 1 green enchantment creature beast. It is a 5/3 and it has trample, and other creatures you control have trample. This I could see 1 or 2s of in decks. Because of the whole trample, giving other creatures trample. Yeah, that's going to go ahead and help green out, especially big stompy creature green. But next up, we have Nyx's Herald. 3-drop, 2 colorless, 1 green, enchantment creature, Centaur Shaman. It's a 2/3, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, target enchanted creature or enchantment creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. It's not bad. I think this isn't bad. I think this might see a little bit of play, maybe not much, but it's not that bad of a card. So, next up we have our vanilla creature of the deck that's powerful, Nyxborn Colossus. It's a 6-drop, 3 colorless, 3 green, enchantment creature giant. It's a 6/7. This is a really good card for a vanilla creature. Honestly, it's not going to be like the 5-cost dinosaur 10/10, but it's kind of close to what that is. So it's your big stompy creature of the deck. Next up, we have Omen of the Hunt. It's a 3-drop enchantment with flash. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library, and for 3, 2 colors in the green, sacrifice it, you scry 2. I like this card. I think this will see a good amount of play, especially getting lands from your deck onto the battlefield. It thins out your deck. This will see potential play, 1s or 2s of, and it will help devotion builds. Next up, we have Theros Beyond Death. 6-drop, 4 colorless, 2 green, Centaur Warrior, 4/4, and when it enters the battlefield, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. I don't know how I feel about it. For 6, I don't think it's going to see a lot of play. Honestly, I think this card maybe one of. I don't think it will see play though. But fighting stuff, it's good to fight stuff. Plummet is back, and it's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green instant. Destroy target creature with flying. It's very limited, honestly. If it was destroy target creature, would have been better. But yeah, I don't think this will see a lot of play. It might for against those flyer builds, but I don't think so. All right, next up we have Relentless Pursuit. It's a 3-drop sorcery, 2 colorless and a green. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You can put a creature card and or a land card from among them into your hand, then put the rest into your graveyard. I mean, it's all right. I don't know how much play it's going to see. It will be a deck thinner for sure, but I'd rather everything go to hand or bottom of the library rather than what it does. So it might see play, but possibly not. Next up, we have Renata, Called to the Hunt. 4-drop, 2 colorless, 2 green, legendary enchantment creature, demigod. Its power is equal to your devotion to green, and each other creature you control enters the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it. Its toughness is 3, power is converted to devotion to green. It's going to see 1 or 2 stuff in decks, especially mono green devotion. It's going to see it. Another card that they did a reprint for, Return to Nature. It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green instant where you choose one. You can destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard. This will potentially, if not definitely, see play in some decks. Honestly, green removal for enchantment and artifact or exile, yeah, you want to put this in a deck. That's my opinion. What do you guys think of that card? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, though, we have Citizen Petitioner. It's a 3-drop, 1 colorless, 2 green. It's a human druid. It's a 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to your devotion to green. It's a life gainer. Honestly, it's not that bad of a card, especially for life gain, green devotion. Green devotion, life gain. So yeah, I think it might be good. Next up, we have Citizen Skirmisher. It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green creature, human warrior. It's a 2/1, and when an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. It's not bad. It's seen draft play. I don't know if it's going to see anywhere else, but in draft, yeah, I would suggest playing with it. It's a good green card. So next up, we have Citizen Training. It's a 2-drop enchantment aura with 1 colorless, 1 green. Enchant creature you control. It enters the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. And enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has trample. Not bad. I think this will see a good amount of play, especially with the +1/+0 and draw card. You gave green more draw. It's going to see play, especially Enchantress builds. It's going to see a good amount of play. Next up, we have Skola, Grove Dancer. It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green. Enchantment creature Satyr Druid. It's a 2/2, and whenever a land card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, you gain 1 life. And for 3, 2 colorless and green, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. It's not bad. I think this is going to go in any sort of Tatiova deck, especially if you're trying to get rid of a lot of your lands from the field to the graveyard and bringing them back. Even Windgrace, I could see that commander-wise, but yeah. This is going to be powerful in decks that require sacking lands. So yeah, I will suggest this is going to go in Windgrace. That is my suggestion. Lord Windgrace for commander plays. But next up, we have the Binding of the Titans. It's a 2-drop enchantment saga that does the following 3 chapters. Each player puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyards. For the first one, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, you gain a life. And return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. It's not bad. I think for the enchantments, this is one of the more powerful ones. We'll see a good amount of play, maybe. Who knows? But honestly, I think it's a really decent one. Next up, we have Voracious Typhon. It's a 4-drop, 2 colorless, 2 green, snake beast. It's a 4/4. It has escape 5, or 5 colorless, 2 green, exile 4 other cards from your graveyard, and it enters with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. For 4, that can become 7, I don't know if it's going to see a lot of play. Maybe, maybe not. I honestly, I think for the devotion builds, maybe, but yeah, I don't think it's going to see a lot of play. Okay, and we have two more cards. This and one more card. Warbriar's Blessing. It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 green enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. When it enters the battlefield, enchanted creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, and it gets +0/+2. It's not a bad card. I think for the whole fighting situation and getting +2, it's really not bad. But will it see a lot of play in Constructed? Who knows? It may not. Only time will tell. And the last but not least card that we do have, if I could pull it, is Wolf Willow Haven. It's a 2-drop enchantment aura. You enchant the land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional mana, or an additional forest. And if you pay 5 and sacrifice this card, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Activate this ability only during your turn. It's not bad. I think this will see a little bit of play, especially in those wolf builds, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to see a lot of play elsewhere. So I think draft, you may see a little bit of play, especially to get an extra mana, and it's only 2 to do it. So it might see a little bit of play. Enchantress sort of builds for devotion. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and share the video. Also, go ahead and comment below. What's your favorite card in green? Honestly, I know I've possibly missing some comments, but for green, but it is what it is. This is just what I have. I just wanted to let you guys know what I had when it comes to comments and give you my opinions on what they are. But with that said, thank you guys so much. Again, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And I will see you guys soon. This is Michael from MTG Anarchy. Hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy.